Good afternoon, everyone. Hope you're all doing okay. Scouse Bandit here. Guess what? It's not raining. That's a first for a long time. It's done nothing but rain. Feels like it's been a week of rain. But it's quite pleasant today. I've just been to visit someone in hospital, in the famous hospital in Liverpool. I'm not going to mention any names, but when you go to the main entrance, the main doors outside the hospital, you are literally fighting through the crowds of people who are outside the hospital main entrance, smoking. Now, if people want to smoke, that's their own choice, and I'm not going to make any opinions or say anything at all about people who like to have a cigarette. That's entirely up to them. That's entirely their choice. My complaint is the fact that I've got to go and fight through the crowds of people who are choosing to smoke right outside a hospital. Now, I might be wrong, but some of those people who are outside having a ciggy might well be getting treated in hospital because of the fact that they've been smoking for a lot of their life. And yet, they're kind of allowed to stand right outside the hospital and smoke. It really doesn't set a very good example at all. It doesn't set a good example to anyone, and it certainly doesn't advertise the hospital in a good light. When it's supposed to be a place for looking after people, a place where it's health care, and there they are outside with hundreds of people smoking, and they're attached to drips, and they're in the nightgowns, and it just looks awful. And it just isn't right. I just don't think it's right. Maybe I'm being a bit unfair. Maybe I'm being wrong in thinking that. So, I don't know. Well, let me know what you think about that. Am I being out of order? Am I being wrong? Or is that something you've experienced, that you've seen this kind of thing for yourself? And what do you think about it when you have to go through a cloud of smoke to get into the front, the main entrance on a big city hospital? Let me know what you think on that one. Look forward to reading your comments. And the second issue I want to talk about, again, very briefly, it's not a long one. As I just said at the very start of this video, there's been a huge amount of rain in the last 5-6 days. And one of those days, it was biblical. The rain came down and the floods came up, literally. And it doesn't seem to have done anything but rain for a week. And I've noticed that the roads are just getting worse and worse and worse. And I think that's a result of a lot of things. Far too much traffic now on our roads, far too many heavy vehicles on a lot of our roads, causing a lot of problems, the potholes and divots and bangs all over the place. But a lot of it is also the fact that people say it's to do with the weather that we have. Now, I'm struggling with that. They talk about having, when we get harsh freezes, or what's he doing? When we get, severe ice or cold weather, it affects the tarmac, and then it ends up with it breaking up, and we end up with the potholes. But I really am beginning to sort of think that is a load of rubbish, because I don't know whether you've ever been to the likes of Scotland, much further north than we are here in Liverpool. They get a lot colder weather than we do. In fact, they get rain upon rain upon rain, and they get a lot of snow and a lot of ice. And yet the roads in Scotland are nothing like the roads that we have here. In fact, mostly they're fantastic condition. The tarmac is in good condition and the roads are just beautiful to ride on. So why are our roads in such a bad state? It's just not acceptable. They do silly little repairs which cause more damage than good because the overlays that they put on these tarmac breaks up, puts gravel all around the edge of these little square repairs that they do, which creates a slip hazard. They have no idea about motorcyclists. They just don't even think about motorcyclists. When they do these repairs, they put this stupid, there's one, they're a massive pothole. They put these stupid temporary road surfaces down, which are just a death trap on a motorcycle. The other week, I was coming back from over the Wirral, the other side, and there was a road which was about 5 miles of gravel. And it was just like riding on ice. Why, when we all pay our road tax, well, not everyone does, but most of us pay our road tax, why are the roads in such a bad state? And yet you go to other countries and to other places, and their roads are fantastic. Surely something can be done to ensure that the roads in this country can be better maintained than they are. Oh, just a quick question. Does anyone have any experience of those, the kind of an assisted cruise control thing that you put on your throttle? It's like a clamp that you put on your throttle, and it kind of acts as a cruise control. You kind of push it onto your brake lever. They're about 15 quid on eBay. And I was looking at them the other day, and I was thinking about whether or not I should go for one. I've got quite a bit of motorway riding to do in the coming weeks, and I just fancy the idea of having the ability to take my hand off occasionally and just rest that hand. And for the sake of 15, 20 quid, I don't know, what do people think? Have you got any experience? Are they any good? Let me know. I'd be interested to know, because is it worth spending my money on or not? I follow quite a few YouTubers now, and one of my favourites who I follow for a good few years actually is Richie Vida. I've subscribed to Richie Vida for years. I love his videos. They're fantastic. He puts so much hard work into the editing. And he's been on numerous tours, local ones in this country. Last year he went to Norway and had a fantastic tour in Norway last summer. And then this year, summer gone, they went to America, and he's just rolling out the tour, the American tour now. And again, it's just fantastic to watch. They took their own bikes on the plane, and they also flew on the same plane, and they went over to America and travelled across America. I think as I speak now, I think we're on day 16 or video 16 or something of that tour. It's been brilliant to watch. If you haven't seen Richie Vida's videos, go and check him out. He's absolutely fantastic. But he really does get you in the mood for wanting to get on your bike and go touring. He's really inspired me to want to go and do something. I don't quite know what yet. I'm still thinking about it, but I would love to go out. I think I've got a big tour in me somewhere. Now, what that looks like, I don't know, but I'd love to go on a big adventure. Can't do it at the moment. Resources and family and all the rest of it at the moment, there's absolutely no way. But deep down, I've just got a really big motorcycle tour in me. And I suppose in these next few years, the way things are, I can start to work out what that is. Is that just something in me, or is that something in every one of us bikers? Do we all have this desire, this urge, this longing to really go out on an adventure and have a really big tour? Um, yeah, I don't know what it's going to look like, but I really enjoy the little tours that I go on to Scotland with the lads, and we have 4 days every year. We've been to South Wales and other places, but somewhere in me, I've got a big one. I've just realised what I've said.